Hi guys, my name is Erica. I'm a wife, mother of two, who is constantly questioning why people don't do things the way that I do.
And I'm Sana. I'm a carefree single mother of two who believes curiosity never kills a cat.
And together, we are sisters
sisters
with a Y. I have gained 50 pounds since I met my husband. Is it okay for him to mention that?
When is the other person allowed to make a comment on your physical appearance?
Yes, and can they ask you to change it, to change your physical appearance?
And usually going just back to the original package that they received when you met them. A lot of us met our significant others weighing a certain amount.
Yes.
And get comfortable.
looking a certain way.
Yes.
But I think the way that you look after so many years is going to be different. It can't stay the same. But at what point is it okay for them to bring it up, or for them to say, I kind of want you to lose weight?
Yes.
And is it ever okay? Is it ever okay? Are they just supposed to keep it to themselves and hope and cross their fingers and hope that you'll do it on your own? A couple of weeks ago, we were out shopping, my husband and I, and there was a sweater that I liked, and they only had it in a small. I was definitely not going to fit into it, but he suggested that I buy it anyway as motivation, quote unquote. And also told me that I had to want to lose the weight in order to do it. And so I said, and I don't know how true this is, because I really do want to lose the weight, but I said, well, I don't want it. I don't want it that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And which is why I don't do anything about it.
Should he have told you, oh, but are you kidding me? The small doesn't fit you? What?
Yeah. See, and I don't know that I don't think I want a lie to that point to where he's like, what? You don't fit in? I thought you were a small.
Just take it. I'm sure it fits you. We'll put butter.
But when I did say that I don't want it, he said, well, I want you to. That was the factor in question. He said, I want you to.
Yeah.
He never used the word fat. He never said, you're fat or you're this or you're that. No, but he did say, I want you to. And to me, it got even more like, at that point, I'm like, well, that's going to make me want it even less.
Yes. And why? Why does it want you make it want it less? Also, letting everyone know that your husband does go to the gym. He works out.
Yes.
He's not a buff bodybuilder. People don't know.
No, he doesn't.
But he works out.
But he does work out. He does.
And he lost the weight that he had gained.
He had also gained in the beginning of our marriage, after I got pregnant with my daughter, he did gain 60 pounds.
And you met him thin.
And I met him really thin, probably thinner than he is now. And and he gained 60 pounds. But I never said anything. And he did keep it on for a few years, probably for like 3 years. Not that I was counting. And,
I know, 3 years and 5 days.
and then he lost it because he wanted to. Yes. And that was great. But I guess I just don't want to just yet. I'm not ready for that just yet. But it still, even though it's true, it is true. Mm-hmm. I do need to lose the weight. Does that make it okay?
For him to have mentioned it? You never mentioned his weight gain. Did you ever think of it? Like saying, oh my God, when is going to be the right moment where I can tell him that he needs to lose this weight?
I don't know that he had it on. He didn't have that weight on for long enough for me to feel that way. I'm sure I made comments because I do.
Yes.
I think now if he gains like 5 pounds, I make a little comment.
You still tell him, well, you still need to lose weight.
Yes. I think when people are like, you're so thin, I'm like, oh, you should see him shirtless. Right?
Yes.
So I do make comments like that, but never have I been like, I want you to lose weight, or I want you to, does that mean I can just be like, hey, I want you to get a 6-pack?
But is it because we use humor and sarcasm to tell our truth?
Maybe,
and he doesn't.
So, and I'm sure that this moment, he was probably waiting for the right moment. I do think that he has been thinking this, I'm sure, for a while now.
Yeah.
For
How do
quite
I
a
say
while.
it?
And how do I say it?
When?
When do I say it? And then then he just like felt like this is the moment I can like slip it in there and just be perfectly fine. And in his head, I was gonna say, "You're right.
Let's
I
do
should
this.
lose weight." And needless to say, I didn't. I didn't get up the next morning and start jogging and working out. It didn't make me. It didn't. I guess that's the main thing too. It didn't make me change my thoughts.
But it also made you want it even less.
And I that could have just been something that I said, but it didn't make me want it.
Okay.
And that's probably a problem as well, because if you do have to then start thinking like, wow, like he does think that I'm overweight.
Yeah, and I think it's just, and I always say, does it come from our self-esteem? Does it come from our lack of not liking how we look? And I've met a lot of women who say, you know what, he has to love me this way. I had his kids. What do you expect? But I'm also the kind of woman that would mention it. Hey, when I met you, you were 50 pounds less. And how do you now want me to deal with all this? Or people, I always remember they asked, when you love a man, if you can picture him completely bald and you don't.
Well, my husband was bald.
Yeah. If you met him with hair and you feel no difference. Or you meet a man and he's physically fit and he gains 200 pounds.
Yeah,
would you still love him?
And that's the thing. I truly believe that you will still love them.
But physically,
I don't in any way doubt that he still loves me. It's just like, but then you start worrying, but are you still physically attracted to me? Which is probably even worse.
So
right?
Would you rather know that your husband's not physically attracted to you, or know it so it can make you do something to change that? Take it as
and is that too much honesty?
Yes.
And then also, is it okay? Is it okay to change just because of that? Is it okay to change just because your husband feels a certain way about how you look? If your boobs aren't big enough and your husband says, I really want someone with bigger boobs, I really want you to have bigger boobs, get a boob job, then is it okay to say yes just because he wanted that?
And definitely, I'm sure there's people who think it is, but
that's a little more extreme.
I'm thinking more like if you have complained about this.
And I think that too we should be clear about. I have been complaining about this for a long time.
And you hate getting dressed.
Yes, I hate going and trying on clothes. I hate all of that. I hate it. You don't want to go shopping with me.
And he loves it.
Yes. And you don't want to go shopping with me. You probably want to go shopping with him.
Yes.
And so it is a problem. It hasn't been, it's not like, oh, here I am believing I'm hot. And, and then now he throws this on me like, what? Wait, I'm overweight? Like, no, I knew it. I've been very vocal about it because this is probably the heaviest I've ever been.
And
it's definitely something I'm vocal about. So it didn't come out of nowhere.
How could he have told you in a way? Because I know I've also been in a relationship where I've been like, I want to lose the weight. And then they come home and they're like, here, eat some cake. And you're like, but you're not helping me. You should be helping me. You should be motivating me. So is it until we ask for motivation that we want to hear it?
I don't know. And that's the thing too. I've never asked. No. Even though I complain about it all the time, I'm not the type of person that's going to say, hey, how do I look in this? Or do these jeans make me look fat? I'm not going to ask that because, and part of it is maybe because I don't want to hear the truth, but I also don't want to hear a lie.
No.
I don't want to hear like, you look fine, you look great. It's like when you go out, not long ago we went out to Vegas and I don't try stuff on before I go places. I just like, this is my outfit choice and if it doesn't fit, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. So the dress I wore did not fit me the way that I wanted it to fit me. And I was already upset. I was upset at myself and nobody else. I was just upset at myself. And everybody was trying, including my husband, were trying to make me feel better. And he was like, but you look good. And everyone's like, it looks just fine.
And that didn't work.
It didn't work. It doesn't help. I think if anything, it just makes it more like, just stop it. I just want nobody to notice me right now. And that is a personal issue. That's something that's kind of like an issue you have with yourself. And so you don't want to hear anything about it.
Exactly. But that didn't work. And then he's like, well, okay, that didn't work. So let me try motivating her. And I think maybe that was the wrong choice of words.
Yes. And maybe it was that. Maybe it's the way he said it. Maybe he should have said something more like, maybe we can start working out together, or hey, why don't we start meal prepping again? Or something.
So what if we cut the car? But I'm not sure there is a correct way to say it when you're sensitive to that.
I think it was definitely more how blunt he was, and we always pride ourselves on being blunt. But
I think everyone should be blunt.
Yes, but then but then there's certain things that maybe not. Yeah, maybe not about my weight. I don't know, because it was just how bluntly he just said, "Well, I want you to."
Yeah, because then
then what?
You're not extremely happy with how I look.
Yeah, what are you talking about? And it wasn't. It didn't become an argument.
No.
I wasn't mad. I also didn't go. I'm sure I ate dinner. I don't remember, but I'm sure I ate just perfectly fine. I didn't get up and jog the next morning. So it wasn't something extremely upsetting. I just don't know how I feel about it.
And I don't think it was so mean, in my opinion. It was honest. Mm-hmm. I'm honest. You know what? You don't like yourself. And I'm really not liking it either. So how about if we
So why don't we change? Let's do something about it. Yeah,
and we want our partners to be honest, but that's the question.
But are we honest? And are we, when it comes to appearance?
Yes.
Are we always 100% honest?
No.
I think that's definitely a hard one. I do. I don't know that he often asks me for advice, on how he looks. But if he does, there has been times when he matches something together, like an outfit, and I'm like, that doesn't go. I will tell him that. But I don't know that I'd be like, you can really work on your 6-pack a little more.
Well, if he's walking around without a shirt, I would suggest it.
See, I don't know that. Yeah, that already gets a little too touchy for some reason.
It is. And I think it's understanding that. And we're not going to the extremes where someone is telling you need to have blonde hair, where we do know people that, okay, you need to be this thing, you need to be this
and I have heard
height,
that. I have known that where there's husbands that are like, you need to be this weight.
That's controlling.
And, and this is completely different than that. This is completely different.
You're married, you have a good marriage, you have a good husband, and then this subject comes up. It's already 10 years later.
And it's not a lie.
So
then is it okay? Because I almost, and that's my question to everybody. Is it okay? Because I almost don't know which side I'm on.
Is it the wording? Do we always want to hear, no, baby, you look great, you look fantastic? Do you tell your significant other all the time that they look great?
I don't know. He doesn't ask.
Because he's scared of you.
But just out of nowhere, if I do truly think that he looks good, I do. And I think people that know me know that even though they say you should compliment someone every day, compliment at least one person. Your partner. So do it, compliment one person a day, and I'm gonna try to do that starting tomorrow. But it's hard. But I think people who know me know that if I do say something, if I'm like, oh my gosh, you look really cute, or you look really good today, or whatever, it's because I really feel that way. I do truly believe that. I truly believe that you look good. So when I feel like there is some days, people know that when you've been married for a long time, you don't wake up feeling the same way about that person every single day. But there is some days that I'm like, he looks good. He looks really good. So I will tell him, like, you look good. And he has a really hard time with that. He doesn't tell me that I look good, or at least not when I feel like, oh, you know what? I feel like I look really good today. And
except for that Wonder Woman
and I get nothing. And then one year for Halloween, I'm leaving the house dressed as Wonder Woman.
Not sexy.
Not the sexy Wonder Woman.
Just
a normal. I think I want to say my dress was to my knees.
Probably.
So it was like, it was definitely not sexy Wonder Woman. He's like, you look really good today, babe. And I'm like, what is happening right now?
Was it the
what
truth?
Do you mean?
Or he just thought, I need to let her know. He heard a podcast and he said, I need to let her know today that she looks good.
And I also do think when he does tell me that, because there's been other times when he does tell me, I do believe that it's true, because he doesn't just throw that out, throw it around all the time. So then I was really like I don't even know what that means. Should I wear this Wonder Woman dress the next time we go out? Like, I don't even know. But yeah, I guess, in his eyes that day,
It was
I look at him.
perfect.
Maybe it was slimming. And this is also not something that, since then, and this was a couple weeks ago, since then it has never been mentioned again. It's not brought up. So it's not like I feel like he's there constantly, telling me that I need to lose weight. He hasn't, grabbed a piece of bread out of my hand. And I mean, I think it's the opposite. A lot of the times now, I've stopped now, but when my husband first started going back to the gym, and he was already slim, but he started going to the gym because he wanted to build a little more muscle and blah, blah, blah. I actually meal prepped for him.
Yeah, you helped him out.
I helped him out because I'm like, heck yeah, I'm the one that's going to see that without
because
shirt.
you want, there you go.
Yeah.
You want to see a better body.
Maybe he just needs to meal prep for me.
And I tell her that we're not. She would still be offended. She would still be like, why are you meal prepping? What is this? I don't want to eat that. I think it's a fine line as to what we want to hear from our significant other.
And it's not just in, weight. That is definitely a touchy one. But it's not just weight. It can just be in your looks in general.
You got wrinkles.
Yeah. Or like, would they ever mention that? Like, oh, you're looking a little older now.
Or you're looking tired.
Yeah.
You look so tired.
I once was told, oh, you look so stressed. Not by my husband. This was by somebody else. But it was like, oh, thanks. Like, what do you even say to that?
Exactly.
Thank you or no? What? Like, do you push them? I don't even know what you say to that. But yeah. What even if have you ever told? And I know people who have. Have you ever told your significant other on a scale from 1 to 10? What do you think I am?
Are you gonna be honest? I think I would.
Yeah. And if they ask you that same question, would you be honest or would you add a number or two? It's.
But do you believe it?
I would never ask that. I would never ask my husband because I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to hear the truth.
But we have issues, and that's the point to it, because I feel that if I hear, like some people hear, oh, but you're an 11, baby, I would be like, oh, you're so nice, but full of shit. Like, you're not telling me the truth. You're not
telling me the truth. But what if they do think
that?
But
what if they do? Yeah. But we are non-believers.
Yeah, we never believe that. We never believe compliments like that. But what if now on the opposite? What if they say, well, I think you're a 5?
And you're like, why did you settle?
Yeah. And I think a lot of the times the main problem is that because you don't see yourself that way.
Exactly.
It's not necessarily that they're seeing you as that number. It's the fact that it's not matching up to how you see yourself.
And also, if you're in a relationship where you thought you were a 10 and he's kind of a 4, you did him a favor. And then that person,
now they're thinking the same thing.
Exactly. Then it becomes like, excuse me?
Yeah, like here I am thinking that I married down. Yes. But this whole time you're thinking the same thing.
Exactly.
And that's probably what's going to bother us more so than what they truly believe about us.
Yeah. And then that's just ego.
Yes.
And it's superficial, and there are questions you might never need to ask. To not ever know the truth.
I don't think I have the need to ask, and I don't think that that's something that should come up.
Yeah. And you should always think you are a 10.
Yeah. And yes, everybody believes that you're a 10.
End of the story, But so in a lot of, I don't think I would ever ask someone, tell me from 1 to 10, what do you think? But would I ever tell my significant other that weighed 150 pounds when I met him, and now 10 years later he weighs 200 pounds, would I be like, baby, remember when you were thinner?
Do you want to go back to that lifestyle?
You might not be able to get on a Disneyland ride. That's all I'm saying. So can we do something about it?
Do you want to just make it easier for the family and lose weight?
Yes,
You know what? Maybe if they would, it should be brought up as a health thing.
No, because not
I want you to be healthier. I want you to lower your cholesterol.
That gets on my nerves if somebody tells me that. Because I always tell people, this is what I look like in the outside, but my insides are that perfectly 15-year-old.
Perfectly fine. Yeah, and that's true too, because my husband always has high cholesterol. Yeah, he has high cholesterol, and I'm like perfectly healthy.
Yes.
I am healthy.
So this is just very superficial, very physical.
And it can be anything. It can be your hair. Are they allowed to say, I really like your hair this way, can you keep it that way?
Exactly. Like, I would really love the long hair.
And I think there's people who do that.
Yes.
I think there is people who want to please their significant others to that extreme.
And it might be,
and is that okay?
Extreme. Yeah, it might be okay.
Yeah, maybe that's okay. Maybe it should be that way.
Yes.
Should it be that way? Maybe we just don't know that, and a lot of it is because of
we were raised with a more of an independent woman, of a, hey, no, don't ever let nobody tell you how to dress, how to do, how to. We were literally put that in our heads.
Since we were very little.
So is it only us? Because now that I'm an adult, I do think you should please your significant other, not to the point where you're unhappy with what you're doing.
And we want to. I mean, we please them in other ways. I cook him what he likes to eat, or
like, is that okay, but not physically,
but not changing me.
Yeah, not changing you, because physically, you know what you can do. But I mean, in your looks.
Yeah, like I don't know, like if I don't know that I've ever said, well, now I'm going to keep my hair a certain way because that's the way he likes it, and I change my hair very often.
Or put those green contacts back on.
That would be weird.
Would that be weird?
Is that too much to ask? Or what if they said, I don't like, and I heard this from a couple recently, I don't like a girl with makeup on. And so she doesn't wear makeup. No, she doesn't. And she used to. But she also doesn't want to. So it works out. It works out. But let's say it wasn't.
Or put makeup on. Because I've heard tell me, put some makeup on.
And is that okay? Is that any different?
No, I won't put makeup on, but I would realize that when we would go out, and if I'm gonna put makeup on, I knew there was a little extra. I gave you a little extra, and I know I'm also gonna get a little extra compliments because I'm doing this.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Because he's gonna like the way you look, and you're gonna like the way you feel when he tells you that. But I'm not changing it every day.
Like, I will not, now I'm gonna wake up.
It's a more permanent, like...
Because there's women who sleep with makeup. I knew a lady who would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning before her husband woke up to do her makeup.
And that's extreme. But to me, even with dating, like I remember talking to someone, and she had said that when she first started dating her husband, the first time that they went away, she woke up before he did to put her makeup on.
Or do your hair.
Well, to like redo it, and so that she can look good. No, not ever have I done that. No. Not ever. I think my husband saw me, and I wear makeup. I do wear makeup regularly. And my husband saw me without makeup on date 2. And that's because, he woke up in my apartment.
And I'm the kind of person, and I've always told people, I'm the kind of person that I want you to see me without makeup. Because if I was a guy with the way people contour now, I would be in shock if I see the girl without makeup. So I always want to be like, see me without. But now
you also have Spanx, and you have...
Oh yeah, see me
push-up bras, and you have all this that's gonna make everyone look very different.
And so,
very different.
And the selfies alone,
and filters, yes,
and filters. Like this guy who went out with a girl, like she didn't look like her picture. Where were those doggy ears when we met?
Oh yeah, she was a dog.
so a lot of it is I feel more comfortable letting the person see me exactly how I am, and then if you still choose this, then then it could only be a bonus to see me looking better. But
I agree with that too.
But let us know, because this is the way we think, and we're thinking, are we right? Are we wrong? Is there another way to see
Should we be more pleasing? Should I start jogging tomorrow?
Is it about pleasing? Is there an extent? And I believe there is. There's an extent to how much you can please if you're not comfortable doing it. Like, if you don't want to lose the weight, you don't.
And how much is okay to change or not change?
Exactly.
When the other person is asking you to do it. Is it okay to say, no, I don't, this is the way I want to look, or is it okay to say, I'm not going to change my hair.
Or never mention it. Or should we never mention no physical aspects of our significant other, what we like and what we don't like?
Should we just deal with it?
Silence.
Yeah, and it's in this case, is honesty not the best policy?
Exactly.
Should we all lie a little bit,
even
when it comes to appearance?
Yes.
And this is not only with with your significant others. This is with friends, with family members, with everyone. When is it okay? And should you wait until the other person's comfortable? Because if you, I also feel that if you know that the other person is having issues because of something with their appearance, whether it be weight or anything else, and yeah, then of
you
course,
should not mention.
it should never be mentioned. Again, we're not. This is not in any extreme way. This is just something.
That happens in
pretty casual.
every day, very casually. It's how far can you go? I've heard men say, you know, at the end of the day, we always say, be honest, but please lie.
Lie a little.
Lie a little,
Yeah.
because I've been told, you know, you're too honest. Forget it. Just lie to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but who understands?
And I think I've said that too. Like sometimes I've told my husband too, like just lie, just tell me I look amazing.
Even though I know, you're lying.
But yeah, even though I know you're lying, and it's okay because maybe sometimes you just need to hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
But when is it not okay?
Yes.
You know, so please tell us, let us know, comment.
Please.
I'll remind everyone, we are on Instagram at Sisters with a Y, so you can always comment there as well. And we're going to end this with a quote. So our quote today is, sometimes the hardest thing to wear is our own skin. All right, question you soon.